Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You are watching and listening to Historian Radio, and this is Echoes of the News. And I am Muhammad Hussain Qazi, and these are the headlines of today from the past. On this day, the 22nd of September, 1735, Sir Robert Walpole became the first British Prime Minister to occupy 10 Downing Street. Now, today, while 10 Downing Street is known as the primary residence and office of the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, Sir Robert Walpole would have made history on this day by being its first occupant, paving the way for many other Prime Ministers to come. And on this day in 1888, the measuring terms of ohms, volts, and amperes were agreed upon in the Electrical Conference in Paris, France. And this would most definitely prove significant in the history of the metric system, as this would allow electrical power to be measured or to be confined in organized measurements. And this would be even more significant today, as electricity is fast replacing oil and other such primitive forms of fuel as the world makes an effort to be more environmentally friendly today. Electricity is now the main fuel for not just our appliances, our daily home appliances and such, but also for our cars and other vehicles. Moving forward, in 1920, on this very day, London's Metropolitan Police made its first or gave way to its first motorized police wing, known as the Flying Squad. And again, this would be a step towards the future, where the police would slowly be adopting more modern technology to aid its officers and other employees in making more secure arrangements for the people of their country. As we all know today, the police is known for their police cars and their police helicopters and police boats. But back then, in 1920, on this very day, this would be one of the most historic occasions for the Metropolitan Police of London to adopt its first motorized wing. And that would be to say for any police wing in that time period. Moving forward, in 1955, ITV was inaugurated, marking the dawn of commercial television in the United Kingdom. The first advertisement that ITV, today a known channel, a significant channel in the British media landscape, the very first ad that it would have played in 1955 would be for Gibbs toothpaste. And on this very day in 1972, Ugandan dictator Idi Amin gave the 8,000 and more Indian population of Uganda 48 hours to leave the country and hand over their personal possessions to the Ugandan government. This would be one of the most devastating aspects of Idi Amin's rule. Now we move on to the next segment of our show, where we recount the historic births and deaths of famous individuals from the 19th and 20th centuries and sometimes earlier. Born on this day in 1880 was Dame Christabel Pankhurst, daughter of Emmeline Pankhurst, and both the mother and her daughter would be significant figures in the women's suffragette movement, which would be one of the earliest feminist political movements in the world. And on this day in 1828, Shaka the Zulu chief was murdered by his two stepbrothers for the simple reason that he would often claim to hear voices in his head. And it is believed that it was these voices that he made the basis for his decisions and his policies, which would result in the deaths of hundreds and hundreds of innocent members of the Zulu tribe. And so he was brutally murdered by his two stepbrothers on this day in 1828. And that's it for the headlines for today. This was Historian Radio's Echoes of the News, and I am Muhammad Hussain Qazi, and these were the headlines of the past as history first heard them. Good night.